We'll also be providing statements. Several members of our Asian community were recently the recipient of hateful tirades over a few days ago at Wilson Park. Our hope is that the members of our community will never have to endure such treatment. On June 10th, the Torrance Police Department became aware of social media posting of what many have referred to as right now the racial rant. The video captured an older female suspect yelling racial slurs, profanities, and threats while the victim was conducting her workout on a staircase in Wilson Park. Since our department became aware of this on social media, our investigators worked until we successfully identified the victim who was depicted in the video. Once we were able to identify the victim, a crime report was taken. While our detectives were working on this incident, we became aware of another person who was victimized in the same manner, and in fact, that same day while he was out with his family at Wilson Park. A crime report was taken in that incident shortly after it occurred, which means that at that point, right after it occurred that morning, that male victim contacted us right away and a report was taken. I would like to now take some time to clear up what's been posted on numerous media platforms. Erroneous, inaccurate information. Number one, the suspect's name is not Vicky Weibel, and there is no indication to suspect that her children, Miss Weibel's children, work for the Torrance Police Department or any other local law enforcement agency. I want to make that really clear because this woman, whoever she is named Vicky Weibel, now has her name all over the media associated with this horrible matter. Secondly, it is true that our department was made aware of the altercation that occurred in October of last year. This unfortunate incident involved an older female suspect verbally assaulting a custodian and then physically assaulting another individual who was acting as a good Samaritan when they attempted to intervene. As of now, we believe that that suspect is responsible for all three of these incidents. That victim, too, has been contacted by detectives in regard to this matter. The reason why we haven't held a press conference or put out any information on this matter is because we didn't want to compromise the integrity of the investigation, and we wanted to make sure that we had positive identification from all of the victims with this suspect. The suspect, now having all of that in mind, the suspect we believe responsible for all three incidents' name is Lena Hernandez. She's 56 years of age, and she resides in the city of Long Beach. Please look at each side of the podium here. These are photos of Miss Hernandez. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank our community members for your continual support over the years. Your partnership is invaluable. Once again, we call upon you for assistance. Many of our personnel are out right now attempting to locate the suspect who is pictured before you. If anyone has information about her whereabouts, please contact us. More importantly, if there are any others who have been victimized by this suspect, please call the Torrance Police Department right away. You can reach us through our general number, which is 310-328-3456, or you can call our detective division at 310-618-5570. And we do have representatives of our detective bureau right here, right now. Next, I would like to invite Mayor Fury to the podium for a few words. He will then be followed by Assemblyman Al Marzzucci. We will all be available for a few questions after the press conference, but please be advised that because this is an ongoing investigation, there may be questions that I will be unable to answer. Thank you. Mayor? Oh, hold on, we got to clean it.
Thank you, Chief, and thank you to the members of the media for being here today. This is really, really super important to us. The City of Torrance does not in any way condone the language or the activities that were done in our public space, Wilson Park, by this suspect. In fact, it's nauseating to absolutely anybody in our community. We are a fully diverse community, more than 80 languages spoken in the City of Torrance. Somewhere between 30 and 40% of our population are Asian or Asian Pacific Islander. More than 200 Japanese businesses have their corporate headquarters in our city. I said we are a diverse population, and we truly are a diverse population, diverse business community. And that's what incenses us about this. The other thing is that social media has its place, but clearly social media does not have the correct place today. What was posted on social media was totally wrong and vile to any innocent people who were impacted by that. We have a well-managed city. I have the very best police department, not just in Southern California, but all over the United States of America, the most professional team of investigators. And as soon as they got involved in this, when a crime report was made, they delved in and went for the pure facts, not speculation, not hearsay, but the real facts. And they have developed a suspect now who will be found and prosecuted to the full extent of the law. If she violated any crimes, whether local, state, or federal, she will be prosecuted for that. And I hope if there are any other victims out there, and I really hope there are no other victims, but if they are, I would hope that they come forward and let us know, because conduct like this, as I said, is totally inappropriate, not just in Torrance, but any place. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Assemblyman Marisucci.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm State Assemblyman Al Marisucci, and I proudly represent Torrance in the South Bay in the California State Legislature. I want to give special thanks to the Mayor of Torrance, Pat Fury, and the Torrance Police Chief, Eve Berg, and the entire Torrance Police Department for responding so rapidly to this very disturbing incident. You know, social media is a powerful tool nowadays. My wife and daughter sent me a copy of this video that started circulating on Wednesday, and immediately I forwarded it to the mayor and the chief, and here we are. They responded quickly. In fact, the investigation is taking place as we speak. Of course, we cannot talk about any details, but I wanted to take this opportunity to say that, you know, while so much has been happening in our local communities, in our country, you know, and while what happened at Wilson Park on Wednesday, you know, does not compare to what happened to George Floyd, racism against any community is unacceptable. You know, I lived in Torrance for over 20 years. I raised my daughter here, and when my daughter accidentally saw the video footage of this woman ranting against an Asian American woman in Wilson Park, you know, which is kind of like a symbolic center of this Torrance community. And it just horrified my daughter, and it horrified me, because this is not the Torrance that I know and that I love. You know, Torrance is a very diverse community with a large Asian American population, and so it's all the more important that the City of Torrance and the Torrance Police Department, as they are doing, crack down to arrest the suspect. I want to add one other comment, which is that this incident is taking place within a larger national trend in terms of a spike in hate crimes, anti-Asian harassment against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders, not only in the Los Angeles area, but throughout the country. There is, and this has all started and has spiked ever since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. Many people have been calling the COVID-19 virus the Chinese virus, the Wuhan virus, and it is, you know, a message is being sent that, you know, that not only Chinese, but all Asian Americans, you know, may pose a health threat, or, you know, it has triggered, this spike in anti-Asian hate crimes, anti-Asian harassment across the country, there is an organization, Stop AAPI Hate. They have their website. They're taking reports from people around the country, and they have taken over 1,700 reports just in the last few months of attacks on Asian Americans. And so, I see this as part of that larger trend. Again, I thank the City of Torrance and the Torrance Police Department for investigating this, working on this, giving all urgency to this matter so that we can crack down on racism against any group in any community. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we'll entertain a few questions, realizing again that some of the questions I may not be able to answer because this is an ongoing investigation. Yes, ma'am.
Chief, my understanding is that in the second incident, the woman's license plate, Ms. Hernandez's license plate was captured. Have you been able to track down anything with that?
Yes, that is accurate. And yes, we have been to multiple locations looking for Ms. Hernandez.
How do you spell her name, please?
Hold on. Lena is spelled Lena. Hernandez is Hernandez. 56 years of age and resides in the city of Long Beach.
Do you know anything about her mental state? Because there's been reports out there, and even a friend of hers mentioning that, massive or seriously mentally ill. Do we know anything about that?
So we are looking at that aspect, that there is mental illness involved in all of these incidents.
What are the official charges?
Hold on. You had a question, I'm sorry, in the back.
Yeah, based on what you've seen on the videos, you talked about 3 incidents. So the first 2, or the first one was at the Del Alma Mall, is that correct?
Correct, in October of 2019.
And that involved a janitor and then a bystander who came to help.
Correct,
And then we have the 2 incidents at Wilson Park.
correct.
So based on what you've seen, and I believe the only video you have is from Wilson Park, what are the crimes alleged here?
So that's what we're leaving up to our city attorney's office. The case is being presented to our city attorney's office actually as we speak. I don't know what sections there are. I don't. Because a lot of this might possibly not rise to the level of a crime, and yet some of it may. But I'm going to leave that to the investigators who actually have all the evidence and all the information before them. I don't have all that information.
And is there the possibility that there are federal crimes that have been committed here?
I'm going to leave that to our city prosecutor. I don't know. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, is it safe to say she would be charged with physical assault, though? It sounds like one of the incidents was a physical assault.
That's possible.
So you indicated that you went to several addresses. Do you believe that she does still live in Long Beach?
We don't know. We clearly went to the first address that we thought that she was at, and we've been to several others since looking for her.
That first address, is that the one that was tied to the license plate?
I don't know that.
But have you gone to the place that's tied to the license plate?
I have not gone to that place. Oh, I believe so. Yeah, that would make sense. I would believe so.
Does she have any previous arrests that are similar to these cases?
I'm not going to comment on that at this time. And yes, we have gone to the location that was listed as a registered owner in Long Beach.
And she was not located?
Not located there.
Do we know if she lives with anybody?
I don't know that.
There was Lena Hernandez with a restraining order against her. Is this the same person?
I don't know that.
Do we know why she's in Torrance? I mean, does she work near here? She lives in Long Beach, which isn't far away, but why is she seen on so many occasions in your city?
So I hate to speculate on that. She could possibly live here. I know that she does have some associations in this community, but also Wilson Park, as the assemblyman as well as the mayor have said, Wilson Park is kind of an icon within the South Bay for people working out. And that might be why she came to location. I don't really know.
And you said she has some associations in the Torrance area?
She does.
So you don't know if she still lives in Long Beach?
Like I said, I don't. We've been to several locations looking for Ms. Hernandez, and we have been unable to locate her at this point.
So the incident was reported in October, and you indicated that you didn't want to compromise the case. Can you tell us what happened after the crime was reported, or the alleged crime, in October? Were detectives working on it, and then these new incidents happened? I know COVID came along in between all that, so can you just kind of share, please?
So there were, at the time, no workable leads. And in a situation like that, a case can get suspended until there are workable leads, and then it is unsuspended and reassigned. When these two incidents occurred and further investigation was completed, the investigators realized we not only had 1, 2, but we actually had 3 cases, and that included the one from October of 2019. Okay. Any other questions for the Assemblyman or for our mayor?
Just some clarification. You kind of made a point at the very beginning that there were some erroneous things out there about some other woman named Vicky that has ties to law enforcement. Are there any beliefs that this woman has any ties to law enforcement?
We have no indication to believe that Ms. Hernandez has any relationships with any Torrance Police Department employees or any local law enforcement agencies. But I do want to make sure that I don't know if the person who was mentioned or inappropriately and inaccurately Miss Weibel, I don't know if she has any relatives in law enforcement either. So I don't know if anybody has any law enforcement relatives, either person.
Was this woman known to Torrance Police Department before the first report was made?
So I'm not going to comment on that at this point, because that would compromise the investigation that we currently have going on. Sorry. Thank you all very, very much. And please, again, remember, if there's any victims out there, please call our police department. And also, if you can help us identify this person and help us bring her into custody, that would really be appreciated. Thank you all very much. Have a safe day and be safe.
And Chief, after all the media attention today, you guys will let us know if she's in custody tonight?
We will put out a press release once she is taken into custody or once we have some sort of resolve in this case, yes. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Fist bump. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Thank you. We're still live.